Over 60 and walking every single day, yet still feeling weaker, slower, or less steady on your feet? If that question made you pause, you're not alone. Millions of seniors are doing exactly what doctors, magazines, and friends have told them for decades. Just walk more. Walking is the king of health. But this is the misunderstanding that causes so many people over 60 to slowly lose strength, lose balance, and become more prone to falls, even though they walk consistently every day. And this truth may completely change the way you see your entire senior health journey. After age 60, your body enters a stage called anabolic resistance, meaning your muscles no longer respond to walking the way they used to. Yes, you heard that right. Walking is still wonderful for your heart, lungs, and mood. But when it comes to strength, it no longer sends a strong enough signal to maintain muscle, rebuild muscle, or improve balance. Science shows adults over 60 lose 1 to 2% of muscle every year, even if they walk daily. 70% of seniors say they still feel weak when getting up from a chair, climbing stairs, or trying to stay balanced. And most have no idea why. It's because walking only trains what is already strong, but ignores the things your aging body truly needs. Deep muscles, balance reflexes, the neuromuscular connection, the very systems that determine your independence after 60 cannot be activated by walking alone. And this is where you need to hear the most important message of this video. There are 3 specific exercises for seniors, just 3 exercises officially recognized by surgeons as better than walking for restoring strength, balance, and confidence in adults over 60. And in the next few minutes, you'll understand exactly why. Now that you understand why walking is no longer strong enough after 60, it's time to go deeper into the scientific truth that most seniors have never been told. Over the past 15 years, research in geriatrics from the Journal of Physiology, Harvard Health, the National Institute on Aging, or NIA, and the American College of Sports Medicine, or ACSM, has consistently revealed something shocking but incredibly important. 1. Anabolic resistance, the muscle-building signal block. After age 60, the body enters a state of anabolic resistance, meaning your muscles no longer respond to light movements like walking. Walking provides low resistance, but aging muscles require moderate resistance to maintain and rebuild. The result? The more you walk, the stronger your heart becomes, but the weaker your muscles get. Science calls this use it differently or lose it. 2. Neuromuscular disconnect, the loss of brain-muscle communication. Research from the Mayo Clinic shows that adults over 60 gradually lose the ability to send commands to essential muscles, including the quadriceps, the glutes, the deep hip stabilizers, and the anti-fall reflexes. Walking does not activate these muscle groups. Reflexes weaken, and muscle loss accelerates. 3. Fast-twitch fibers go dormant. These are the muscle fibers that help you stand up from a chair, maintain balance, and react when you slip. But after 60, without the right training, these fibers decline by up to 50%. Walking does not activate them, but the 3 specialized exercises do. 4. Why surgeons are sounding the alarm. Thousands of joint surgery cases reveal 70% of senior falls are caused by weak leg strength, not by not walking enough. 50% of adults with hip fractures walked daily before the injury. After age 65, one fall can take away 10 years of independence. And this is exactly why surgeons advise older adults to train smarter, not longer. And once those medical truths become clear, the most important thing isn't the knowledge itself. but how a real human being faced his own fear and exchanged it for a stronger life. This is the story of James, 74, a man from Ohio who believed that walking every morning was enough to keep him healthy. For more than 20 years, he walked over 3 miles every day, rain or cold, without missing a day. But at 73, strange signals began to appear. Each time he stood up from a chair, he needed to grab the armrest. When stepping onto a small curb, his knees shook slightly. And worst of all, he began to fear rainy days, afraid he might slip. Yet the hospital told him, "You're healthy, your bones are strong, just walk more." James listened, but the problem only grew worse. The moment everything changed. One winter morning, as he stepped into the bathroom, he slipped, just a little. He didn't fall, but it was enough to send a cold shock through his whole body. James stood completely still for nearly 10 seconds, terrified, thinking, "If I really fell, I don't know if I'd be able to get back up." That fear followed him for days. He reduced his walks to 1 mile, then half a mile. His legs grew weaker. His confidence disappeared. The turning point. An unexpected appointment. His daughter Julia took him to see an orthopedic surgeon who had treated more than 12,000 patients. After testing James's balance, thigh strength, and ability to stand up from a chair, the doctor said something that shocked him. Walking keeps your heart healthy, but it no longer keeps your legs strong. The doctor explained anabolic resistance, the fast-twitch fibers that were asleep, and why walking doesn't activate anti-fall muscles. At the end of the visit, the doctor wrote 3 exercises on a small sheet of paper: invisible chair, counter push-ups, step back lunge. Just 10 minutes a day. James was skeptical, but he tried, slowly and with proper form. Week 1. The first minutes of recovery. On the first day, he held the invisible chair for only 2 seconds before standing up breathless. But he felt something walking had never given him: his quadriceps waking up. On day 3, counter push-ups made his back and shoulders feel warm. By day 5, the step-back lunge revealed that his balance reflexes were worse than he thought. Week 4. The first signs of new strength. By week 4, James could stand up from a chair several times without using his hands, step up a curb without shaking, walk across the bathroom without fear of slipping. His daughter told him something he never forgot. "Dad, you're walking like you're 10 years younger." Week 8. Confidence returned. By week 8, James wasn't just stronger. He was confident again. He called it the feeling of getting my legs back. And that brings us to the next section, where you learn the exact exercises James used to change his life. And because James's entire journey transformed from just 3 small movements, this is the moment you finally see what your body can also do, safely, intelligently, and perfectly suited for anyone over 60. The exercises below are not gym workouts. They are neuromuscular restoration exercises used by orthopedic surgeons, geriatric specialists, and Japanese longevity programs to activate deep stabilizing muscles, improve balance reflexes, restore the ability to stand, walk, and rotate safely, fight anabolic resistance after 60, and you only need 10 minutes a day. 1. Invisible chair, the invisible seat. Based on the Japanese Kagami squat technique, this is the single most valuable exercise for seniors because it directly targets the root of independence, the ability to sit down and stand up on your own.
Adults over 60 lose quadriceps and glute strength faster than any other muscle group, the very muscles needed to prevent falls, climb stairs, and move confidently. Why it's better than walking. Walking does not activate fast twitch fibers. Invisible chair does. Walking builds endurance. Invisible chair builds load-bearing strength, the strength that protects you when you fall. Walking is easy, the body adapts. Invisible chair forces the muscles to wake up. How to do it correctly. Stand in front of a sturdy chair, feet shoulder-width apart. Push your hips back as if you're about to sit down. Stop 2 to 3 centimeters before touching the chair. Hold for 5 seconds. Tighten thighs and core. Press through your heels to stand back up. Start with 5 reps, progress to 3 sets 3 days a week. What you should feel: warm quads, engaged glutes, light core tension, no knee pain. 2. Counter push-ups, push-ups against the counter. Restoring upper body neuromuscular communication. Most seniors are weaker in the upper body than they realize. Difficulty pushing themselves up from a chair. Difficulty opening doors. Difficulty catching balance when tripping. Counter push-ups are gentle but powerful. Moderate resistance that activates the shoulders, chest, triceps, and core. Why it's better than walking. Walking trains only the lower body. The upper body weakens. Loss of anti-fall reflexes. Counter push-ups activate the very muscles you need to catch yourself when you lose balance. How to do it correctly. Stand facing a sturdy counter. Step back 1 to 2 paces. Place your hands shoulder width on the edge. Lower your chest slowly for 2 to 3 seconds. Push back up, keeping your core tight and body straight. Perform 8 to 10 reps, 2 to 3 sets. What you should feel: shoulders, chest, and triceps working, stable back, no wrist pain. 3. Step back lunge, supported reverse step. Based on the Japanese Ushiro balance technique. This exercise is crucial for adults over 60 because 60% of dangerous falls happen backwards or sideways, not forward. Step-back lunges train the brain to handle unexpected movement and restore anti-fall balance reflexes. Why it's better than walking. Walking equals forward motion, does not train fall prevention reflexes. Step-back lunge equals backward motion, teaches the brain, hips, and knees to work together to keep you stable. How to do it correctly. Stand beside a chair, lightly touching it for support. Step your right foot straight back, keeping your torso upright. Gently bend your front knee and hold for 1 to 2 seconds. Push through the front leg to return. Switch sides. Start with 6 reps per leg, 2 rounds. What you should feel: glutes, hamstrings, and core activating. A slight balance wobble is normal. It means the right muscles are turning on.
And now that you understand why the body after 60 needs stronger signals than walking, this is the most important moment, the moment you feel your strength returning. If you can, stand up right now. Just try a very gentle version. Place both hands on the back of a chair. Push your hips slightly back, like the invisible chair. Hold for just 1 second, then stand back up. Just 1 second. You'll feel something small but very real, a tiny switch turning on in your quads, a quiet awakening in your core, a sense that your body is responding. And that is exactly what walking never gives you: a feeling of control, a feeling of activation, a feeling of "I can still do this." And when that feeling appears, even for just a few seconds, it changes the entire way you see your strength after 60. Because it's not age pulling you down, it's your body simply waiting for you to activate it again.
And from that tiny moment, that feeling of "I can still do this," we step into something even more important. Strength isn't only in your muscles, it's in the belief you awaken within yourself. There's a gentle truth that few people ever tell you. After 60, the most precious thing isn't becoming young again.
It's living in a way that makes you proud of yourself. Real strength isn't heavy workouts. It isn't how many steps you take. It's the simple ability to wake up each morning and say, "Today, I choose to keep going." Many people your age have shared the same fears. They fear falling. They fear feeling weaker. They fear becoming a burden. But they also say that after just a few days of trying these small movements, their bodies began to respond again. Standing up became easier. Walking felt steadier. Less trembling when entering the bathroom. A growing sense of confidence. That's not magic. That's science. And your patience. The Japanese have a beautiful philosophy, ikigai, the reason you get out of bed each morning. For you, it might be family, health, independence, or simply the desire to live gently without fear. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be fast. You don't need to be young again. You only need the desire to move forward, even just a little. And every exercise, every time you stand up, every slow, steady step is your body hearing you say, "I'm still here. I'm still strong." Strength after 60 isn't about moving faster. It's about living deeper and believing in yourself more with every small, deliberate movement. And when that feeling of, "I am still strong," begins to awaken inside you, that's also the moment we enter the most important part, keeping that fire alive. If you've watched this far, it means there is already a part of you that wants to change, even just a little. So let's turn that intention into action right now. Leave a simple comment. "I'm starting today." Just 3 words, but 3 words that represent your choice. The choice to continue. The choice to stand back up. The choice to believe in your own strength. Share this video with a friend, a loved one, or someone who may be feeling slower lately. You never know, sometimes one gentle reminder can change someone's entire day. And if you want to keep building your strength, your confidence, and your independence at 60 plus, stay with us. There is so much more ahead. Light, simple, meaningful things that can help you grow stronger in the most natural way.